Welcome back, everybody. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about some quick fixes to save money. The holidays are over. A lot of spending goes on over the holidays, and now we kind of look at the bank accounts in January and go, oh, what happened? Joining us from the Bank of Luxembourg is Rebecca Edler. Good morning.
Good morning, Amy.
How are you?
Fabulous. How are you doing today?
Good, good, good. I know this is a tough time of year. It's winter, the holidays are over, and like I mentioned, sometimes we spent a little too much over the holidays. So some of the ways to maybe save money from here on out is, number one, you say take a look at your bank accounts. Really take a look at them a little more in depth and see what's going on, right?
Yep, January is a great time to kind of get a grasp on what's going on with your finances. And one of the first places to start is actually your bank account. During the year, a lot of different changes have been taking place at banks, not only the big box banks, but also some of the local banks. And it's amazing some of the fees that are out there. So just make sure you feel comfortable with the fees that you're being charged on your accounts and that you're getting something out of that. So either some sort of interest or perks or benefits and some sort of value that you're going to be able to use in your family. And if you don't feel comfortable with that, find a new bank. There's definitely plenty around.
And I think a lot of us just, don't take the time to look. And if you do, I think you might be surprised.
You might be very surprised what's popped up recently.
Absolutely. Okay, Smart Shopper. So when you're shopping, shop smart. Explain that.
Yep, this time of year, everything seems to be on clearance. So when you're going through the stores, try to take either cash with you or your debit card and really try to avoid using the credit card. This time of year, you're going to start getting all of your Christmas credit card bills coming in. So instead of adding to the hassle and some of those balances, one of our quick fixes is just to stick with that budget we've talked about before and use cash or that debit card.
Or don't buy it.
Or
pass.
Don't buy it.
Yeah.
No matter how good of a deal it is, sometimes it's okay to pass.
Very true. Escrow your property taxes. Explain what you mean by that.
This time of year, everybody's going to have their first payment due for their property taxes. And if you didn't do a great job saving in 2011, you might be wondering, wow, what are we going to do for our property taxes? We just got a pretty big bill that we need to take care of. If you go in and talk with your banker, you can do what's called an escrow account where you basically have money coming in with your mortgage every single month, and the bank's going to be setting all that money aside for you. So when your tax bill comes at the end of this year in December, you don't have to worry, how are we going to come up with those couple $1,000s to pay our taxes? The money's already going to be set aside for you. And you don't have to worry about possibly dipping into that money during the course of the year if you see a great deal or if you maybe want to go on a trip.
Really good idea. That's a good one, because that tax bill, that can be scary sometimes.
It really can.
Yeah, and stressful too.
Yes.
And last but not least, consolidate debt.
Yep, like we had talked about before, all those credit card bills are starting to come in now in January. One of the best quick fixes you can have to really fix some of your finances is to try to consolidate your debt as much as possible. It's going to be a little bit easier so you don't have multiple bills coming in every single month. If you can get everything down to one bill, you're probably going to reduce what that monthly payment is and also possibly what that interest rate is. So a great quick fix just to pull all those bills together right away in January, go into your bank and try to figure out what you might be able to do to consolidate some of that debt.
Good point. And every time you go to a store, they ask you, would you like a credit card? And Bob threatened me with my life. No more, we don't need any more. And I really love just using one card, instead of all these different store cards. It just makes it so much simpler.
It really does. No matter what store you go into, there's always going to be an extra perk if you sign up for the card that day for it. Try to avoid some of those temptations. It really is going to make it a lot easier and a very quick fix for helping out some of your finances in the future.
Good point. Thanks so much. Rebecca Edler from Bank of Luxembourg. Good tips this morning.
Thanks.